and welcome to Quirky Books with Katie. Today I'm going to be talking about the book Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This book is about an assassin named Selena. And Selena has been an assassin for almost her entire life. And something bad happens. She gets kidnapped and sent to the prison/work/death camp of Endovier. And she's there for a while. She almost dies a few times, and then the Crown Prince Dorian comes to rescue her. And the reason that he rescues her is because his father needs an assassin to do his dirty work, and the king wants to have a competition to see who will become his champion, and Selena is entered into a competition to become the king's new champion. Overall, I very much enjoyed this book. I thought it was a really good fantasy. It's more of a high fantasy than anything else. It was really complex, and the world building was really good. I liked the descriptions. I liked the characters. The only issue I had with this book, the reason I did not give it a 5 out of 5 stars, was because of the love triangle, which I will get into later, but the love triangle was just not a fan of. So overall, I really enjoyed this book. If you're a fan of high fantasy, I would definitely recommend checking it out. So now I will go to the spoiler section. Okay. First main issue, of course, with this book has got to be the love triangle. If you guys have read this, I've read everywhere that everyone loves this book except for the love triangle. Now, I don't know if I'm in the majority or the minority, so let me know if you've read it, but I did not like Prince Dorian at all. I thought he was just annoying. I don't know, I felt like he was definitely a player in the beginning, and then he kind of just is still a player, and then he's just like, oh, Selena, I like you, oh my god. And I just didn't think that they really worked well together. I didn't like them as a couple. I just thought they were kind of annoying because they don't even talk to each other that much, and then they start like kissing and hanging out, and I'm just not a fan. Captain Westfall, on the other hand, I really enjoyed. His name, I think it's Cole, something like that. We're going to go with Cole. I really liked him. I felt like he was the better of the two love interests. I just thought that his character was really interesting, and his and Selena's relationship reminded me a lot of Yelena and Valix from the series Poison Study, and I just thought they were good together, and I don't know, because their romance wasn't even driving the book, because you can tell that more is going to be developed later on in the series, and I thought if Prince Dorian wasn't there, I probably would have given this book a 5. I would have said it. I would have really loved it. And I'm just interested to see what they're going to do with the love triangle in the next book, because I'm pretty sure they're going to develop it more, but I'm guessing that she's going to spend more time with Captain Westfall, and then it's going to be like a true love triangle. I don't know. That's kind of my theory. So, one of my other favorite things about this book was definitely the friendship between Selena and Princess Nehemia. And I just thought that they had a genuine friendship. One of my complaints with YA is that they don't really focus on friendship a lot of times. Like, they'll have the main character, usually a girl, and she will have a love interest, and that will be, the book will only focus on her relationship with her love interest. And I think YA is really lacking a lot of good friendships. And I just thought that this was a nice friendship. They understood each other, and it was still really complex and murky. And I really liked that about them. I'm hoping that they show more of their friendship in the second book, but I don't think they're going to, because Selena's going to go get sent off to do the king's dirty business. My other complaint/thing I did like about the book was its complexity. Oh my god, this book was just really confusing at times because it was so complex. Like, there's all this stuff going on. There's the stuff with the competition, then there was the stuff with the Queen of Elena and the word marks, and I just thought it got a little bit too confusing at times. I mean, I guess that it is like a high fantasy, so it's supposed to have a lot of those different elements. I just thought it got a bit too confusing, but it was interesting. I loved learning about the old world, and I hope that gets explained more in the second book, and I think it will. And overall, I enjoyed this book. Now, another thing I want to mention is the ending of this book. I know I think it was Reagan from Prue's Project, said how much she loved the ending, and I have to agree, because Selena basically ends her relationship with Dorian, which at that part I was just like, yes, go for it. And she had a good reasoning. She said, like, I'm getting out in 4 years. I don't want any ties. And I just really give her credit because she chose herself. Like, she didn't just plan her entire life around a guy like some characters do. She's just like, my freedom is most important to me. Sorry, buddy, but I gotta go. So I gave this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. I would have given it a 5 if not for the love triangle, but otherwise I thought it was a really great high fantasy. I'm so excited to read the next book, Crown of Midnight. Let me know if you've read it and if it's any good. I haven't really heard too much about it yet. And let me know down below what you thought of this book if you read it. I thought it was really good. And what I think is going to happen in the second book, I'm not sure. I think Selena's going to have to go out and do bad stuff for the king. And there's going to be some issues that pop up there. And I think they're going to explore more of her relationship with Captain Westfall, which I'm not complaining about. So I think that should be really fun. And I'm just interested to see what happens with this series. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you again soon.